Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped and to this week's midweek 180. Well, today I'm working away in Stratford upon Avon and I'm staying with a very, very good friend of mine. If you watch my channel regularly, you will have seen me drive a couple of his cars. He's the guy who owns the Porsche Cayenne. So I'm actually in his office. He's got a very cool office because he's got things like Spitfires flying around. So he's very kindly let me shoot today's midweek 180 in his office. So if you haven't seen this before, this is my midweek update. 180 seconds for me to give you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'm going to put 180 seconds in the bottom left hand corner of your screen, and that's it, a very simple format. So without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's midweek 180. I shall start my timer. So first comment last week was from Chris Sharman, so let the battle royale commence. Whoever puts the first comment in, I will give a shout out next week. And also a shout out for John's Coop. You are again watching on holiday in Skiathos in Greece. So anyway, where are you right now and what are you doing? And I will give you a shout out next week. So my question last week was all about your first car. And again, you kind of need to tune in and watch last week's if you haven't done so already. Because what was really cool about last week is loads of people's first cars don't exist anymore, and there's probably a whole bunch of people watching this who've never even heard of them. So we had things like Morris Ital, Vauxhall Victor, Audi 80s, Fiat Uno, one of my favourites, the Skoda Estelle, especially the Super Estelle with the spoiler on the back. So some really great ones, but I do have to mention BL Ray-Ban UK. First car was a Fiat Punto, had a brake line that had basically a failure in it for 5 months, ended up rolling it 3 times, landed back on its wheels and walked away without a scratch. Very lucky. So anyway, so this week's question is related to something that's going to come on a bit later in the midweek 180. I want to know what triggers you to buy new tyres for your car. Is it the fact that maybe you have a puncture? Is it the fact that you want to change brand or change the style of tyre? Is it because of wear? Just what is it that triggers you to change your tyres on your car? You will see why I've asked that question very shortly. It was obviously F1 this weekend. Really, really interesting race. Clearly the qualifying was if you're a Vettel fan, very disappointing for you. Race was interesting. Mega race by Max Verstappen. Didn't really see him very much. Obviously Lewis won, which was great. Hugely brilliant drive by Vettel, I have to say, but I want to know what you think about that little incident at the end with Vettel. Did that crash happen on purpose? I've read loads of comments online over the last couple of days about whether or not he actually crashed on purpose because maybe his car was light on fuel or whatever. So I'd love to know what you think. Put your comments below. But clearly the last 5 races of the season are going to be really, really good. And then what I do want to talk about is I think I've got one of the most exciting weeks coming up in Petrol Ped. So on Friday this week, I am getting a car delivered to me by a brand. So it's a press car. I've got it for a whole week. The car has over 600 PS and is worth over £100,000. So I want you to put down below what you think I might be getting. But I'm going to do my film on Friday is going to be basically a film about the delivery and collection of that car. And I also want to find out anything you'd like to know about the car because I've got it for a whole week. So I want to do a review based on what you guys would like to find out about the car. So tune in because I'm massively excited about that. As I said, it's being delivered to my house on Friday. And then also next week, on Monday next week, I fly to France with Michelin to do some tyre testing. They've basically got a program called Long Lasting Performance. And that's why I asked that question before. I just want to know about what your triggers are for changing your tyres. And that is the end of my 3 minutes. But yeah, so I'm, as I said, very excited to be flying to France with Michelin Monday, Tuesday. Hope to get that film out shortly after I get back. And then the other cool thing that's happening next week is on Wednesday, I have got a track day with McLaren and I'm going to get to drive the McLaren 570S Spider on track at Goodwood. I am so excited, it's unbelievable. So that video is going to be coming very soon as well. So a very, very cool week for Petrol Ped. I get given a 600 horsepower, £100,000 car for a week. I go to France with Michelin and I get to drive a McLaren 570S around Goodwood. That's a pretty good week. So anyway, you need to stay tuned for that. My next video on Friday will be the collection of this mystery car. Please put down below what you think it might be. I don't want to put any spoilers out yet, but what do you think it could be? So make sure you tune in for that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that video. If you have done so, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. The channel is growing. Hugely exciting news this week. I broke through 2 million views on my channel. So huge thank you for everybody who's done that. And we're not far off of the Louis XIII. We're like 300 subscribers off of getting a bottle of Louis XIII. It's going to happen very, very soon. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tune in on Friday for the reveal of my new daily driver. Well, daily driver for a week. But anyway, I will see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.